Gentlemen,
Mhm.
it's once again Taco Tuesday, and for once, I'm glad it's Taco Tuesday. And if you know, you know. And we're going to talk about things in the world that don't suck on the Vox Cascadia podcast. Welcome back,
Absolutely.
everyone. I'm Chuck, and they got the gang back together. It's been like
The
I don't
boys are
know,
back in town.
3 or 4 weeks,
Yeah.
3 weeks, I think.
Mhm.
We pre-clash actually. So that was
Ah,
the last time we
Jesus.
all got together and recorded. Connor, you and I did a little one-off
Mhm.
did.
around Project Hail Mary. Patrons can get that. Tyler and I had our clash recap, and then we did the live stream with Max. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get in tonight to some punishments from the clash. Also, the best new way to play Kill Team that Connor and I have explored in the past couple weeks, as well as punishment for Max because she tried to contest me. Don't bet against me. You gotta learn that, Max.
Oh,
Also some new hobby supplies and just like catch up. So it's
Mm.
I think I've said this before, but every once in a while, like we're getting ready to do the podcast, and I'm like, man, like I don't know if I really have it in me tonight. And then I get together with my homies, and it's always a good chat. And I missed you guys. It feels like it's been forever.
It does. It does. I get the same feeling. I woke up from a couch nap, one of those ones where you sit down after work and you just kind of like fall into the couch a little bit before this. And I was like, fuck, I'm so not ready. But then I get on here and I see these guys' faces, I hear their voices, and I'm feeling it. I'm refreshed. I'm back in the mood to chat, back awake,
hell
fully
yeah.
at my senses.
Yeah. So what do you so real quick, actually, we're gonna get into what do you do in the hobby, but real quick.
Oh, okay. I was going to
You got
ask
some?
really quick, even before you said you're happy for once it's Taco Tuesday. Are you not a fan of Taco Tuesday, Chuck? Like,
Well, the taco
Yeah.
that I'm referring to is
I
Trump always
know.
chickens out. So
Yeah.
that
Today
taco.
was fun with
God,
me
I
and
hope.
Chuck. I was
God,
telling
I hope.
Tyler pre-show, I was like, me and Chuck were like, I'm like, dude, I don't like the state of the news right now. This is not a good time. But
Yeah.
now it's kind of better. So,
It's right.
and I get to talk to you guys. So it's a much better mood than I was like 3 hours ago where I take a depression nap.
Yeah, we're I was wondering if we are gonna be recording this and like doing like live streaming of like nuclear missiles falling on innocent people. So but good news.
Yeah,
We have 2 weeks.
absolutely.
So
We got 2 weeks till we got to do this all over again.
yeah. So what have you all been up to in the hobby? So let's catch up.
I finished or got to an acceptable portion. 6 sets of terrain for 40K. That's all I've been working on.
6?
6, yes.
How many do you have to go?
A lot still. So like there'd be like 44 remaining.
So 44 more sets of terrain to do.
Yeah, 44. We'll cover that a little bit more in the
Nice.
show.
Tyler,
So,
can I put up the pictures that you post in the Discord?
You can,
I'll post the
you
pictures here of your like very nicely arranged like terrain. It's like it's
Uh-huh.
very soothing and very satisfying for me, but it must be a nightmare for you.
It is. I did the math. That's a down payment on house worth of terrain sitting in my garage currently.
So
It's-
Ocean's 11 in Kyle's garage or Tyler's garage. is what I'm
It's
hearing
it's,
right
it's
now.
literally
Kyle.
I was talking to my friend Kyle
Yeah.
right before this. We were
Oh,
we were
yeah.
discussing Slay the Spire too.
I
My
see
brain
how
is
it is.
inspired pilled.
But it's like $15,000 worth of GW terrain in my
Holy
garage. So
moly.
It's a lot.
like that's MSRP on it. Crazy. Crazy amount.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Uh,
It's been a lot. But like I said, we'll get into the details in the after show. So
Yeah.
subscribe to our Patreon at Vox Cascadia on patreon.com.
We'll get to the Patreon in a minute because we have patreon.com/Fox Cascadia podcast. Because we have some things to go over from that, and I want to make sure we get it out early. So Tyler or Connor, let's catch up with you real quick.
Yeah, hobby wise, it's been pretty good. I've been working on my Tacoma narrative army plans because I have big plans and that want to be me. I've built a lot of skeletons for some old world vampire counts, and now I'm building Corsairs too because I've played like 4 games of them, and I started the Corsairs book, and I was like, all right, well, it's Corsairs time.
Nice timely chance to play them.
Yeah, definitely. But we got like a little mini narrative campaign kicking off, and spoiler alert to anyone: we're supposed to keep our team secret, but I'll reveal it Friday, and this comes out Thursday, so it's fine.
Hell yeah!
So
I
wait,
can't
what's your
wait to
team?
see them.
Corsairs.
Corsairs.
Are
Actually
you
played.
doing elf Corsairs
Yeah,
or
proper elf Corsairs like kit bash because it's me, of course, but using a lot of the ranger bodies
okay?
and like gear and stuff, and then because I always love dumb, terrible contrasting colors, the scheme I'm going with is the one I just posted in VC chat because it's goofy and I love the red skate shoe paint job.
I like it. I like it.
You know what's funny about Corsairs is the when I think Corsairs, I think Chad and
Hmm.
the fastest kill team player out there. And Chad actually Chad cannot let go of his elves. He's working on a really cool kit bash actually for it looks I think it's
Mhm.
Sanctifiers, but
Yeah.
he's using a set of Corsairs to
Hmm.
make them up. He just cannot get away from those Corsairs. I know he dabbled in Mandrakes a little bit. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, he's bringing back the Corsairs as Sanctifiers. So I do want to talk about the Patreon a little bit. So
Hmm.
if y'all have tuned into us, you know that whenever we go to a tournament together, we do a challenge, and we let our patrons pick what the punishment's going to be. So a couple weeks ago, Tyler and I actually played in two back-to-back weekends of tournaments.
Yep.
We played up at Mind Taker, 3-round tournament. Then we went up to the Cascade Clash and played a 6-round tournament. And
Hmm.
the overall best record is the one who is the other person gets punished. And the punishment was you had to paint against your style. You have to paint a something against your style, the miniature,
Hmm.
obviously. But
Yeah. I
Tyler
mean,
Tyler ended up losing, and
I did.
so Tyler has to paint in the box art style with the full acrylics. And
Yeah. You were harassing me about it this week, and you were like, "What are you painting?" And I showed the model that I was probably gonna do, and you were like,
it
let
was a
us
fucking it was just an intercessor.
come on.
Like,
It was, but it's box art intercessor. That's
yeah.
Blood Angels. It's the new one. I thought it was a good model. Like to
It was decent, but you did step up. I would like to
I
say
did.
you stepped up and decided for a little bit of a challenge
Hmm.
to see if we can't get you to paint
Yeah.
something a little more interesting than a basic
I
Blood Angel
I did.
intercessor.
I did. So, originally you were like, how about us? Let us pick, and I said $100 donation to the Portland Immigrant Rights Coalition, and you guys could vote on 5 options, you know, and really you pushed me for a little bit more. And so I gave some options. You wanted $200 for you guys to pick the model. That was too much, So I said $200. We'll do a larger, more complex model, up to a Contemptor Dreadnought. $300, and we start doing Redemptor Dreadnought size. $400, and I would do something like a Primarch, so that G-Man model you got sitting around. 500, we're doing a centerpiece slash Lord of War kind of model, and $600, I'll let you guys pick the model. Other than a Heldrake, I won't do a Heldrake. So
That would Helldrake's. I
I've
paint.
done one. It nearly broke me.
Yeah,
This all the trim on it.
Yes, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't have a process in my head where I can think on how to do that in a neat or timely way.
so it's Tuesday right now.
Hmm.
Currently, we are at
Yep.
$327.50.
Hmm.
So
Nice.
we're into the Redemptor Dreadnought sized model.
Yep.
So you'll be hearing this on Thursday unless you're a Patreon and you can hear it tonight. But we want to let's make Tyler paint something real ridiculous and make him paint it full box art. So the Portland Immigrant Rights Coalition is they fight for immigrant justice in Oregon, rapid response advocacy, and organizing. We've actually donated them to them before. One of our bounty boards went to them, I believe. So we'll put a link in the show notes, and if you donate and you contribute to this, let us know. You can ping us on wherever you listen to this, put a comment on it, get it on our Discord.
Yeah.
You can even go to support at cascadiatabletop.com and email us. That's the CritCon email. But if you don't want to reach out in another way, support at cascadiatabletop.com. We get the emails there. You can show us your receipt. We'll add it to the total and make Tyler paint something ridiculous.
Yep. It's already looking like something ridiculous. I definitely didn't know what I was putting myself up to on this. I figured you guys would get to maybe 300. And we're already crushing that. Like it jumped up real fast. I was getting a little nervous this weekend, honestly.
Well, it's
So
slowed down now, so we need to pick that pace up.
thankfully,
So,
thankfully.
real quick, I want to do a
No,
shout out to
actually,
people who already have donated. So,
yeah.
me, I started it. Sam, our top tier Patreon, Sam,
Mhm.
Tanner, Riley, Greg, Matt, Alex, Zach, Eugene, and Nick have all kicked in to get us to that $327.50
Yep, you
to
guys
the
are awesome.
Portland Immigrants Rights Coalition. So,
Yeah.
but we can do better than that. We can get him there. We can make him paint something real ridiculous. Let's do it. Come on. Link will be in the show notes, or it's pircoregon.org if you want to just go straight to it. So
yeah, and if you guys want to make me paint a Titan, you got to raise that amount of money retail that it costs. You know, I'm not talking 3D printed files, stuff like that. So
How much does Titan?
Connor's going to do a little research for us while
Connor's
we're
like,
Oh
all
my-
right, how much?
I was curious,
What's the cheapest Titan we can get?
The
You know-
cheapest is the Mars pattern Warhand at only $695, though it doesn't come with weaponry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
no,
you're,
it's
you're,
gotta
you're
be
over a grand,
Uh-huh.
like with guns and stuff, if you want to be able to like shoot anything.
Yeah. I would need to raise at least the cost of the dreadnought for charity, and I would invest my own money into purchasing it. Then we would raffle it off or something shit like that. So
yeah. So if you have receipts, send us receipts. Let's make Tyler do something ridiculous. But there's
box art.
all acrylic box art too.
It's
So
gonna
and
be gnarly.
yeah, and there is other punishment out there too. So if y'all tuned into our Adepticon stream, our reaction video, Max, social media queen, and who was on the show with us, said that 11th edition was not going to be announced, and I said, Max, you're wrong. And my favorite thing in the world is to be right. And Max put up that she is going to now play at a kill team tournament, and we get to pick her team. So, gentlemen, let's brainstorm. What should we'll get a couple ideas, and I guess we'll let the patrons ultimately vote on it. So, but a couple ideas. So what we know about Max, she likes clowns, harlequins. She likes vet guard. She has a million Necrons. So we need to pick something that's not those. I was thinking, and if Max doesn't already own the team, we're gonna have to acquire one. But I'm sure between us and the community, we can pretty much put anything. I was thinking, she likes teams with a lot of bodies. She likes teams that are fast. So my idea was Plague Marines.
Okay,
that's pretty cruel.
Yeah,
I think not.
Yeah, Plague Marines sounds pretty good.
So what would some other options that we don't think Max will like?
I was gonna say Space Marine Scouts.
Ooh, Scouts is a good one. I'm like most of the way through my Scouts too. It's a wide team, but yeah, it's go for it.
They're not necessarily like the fast and the tricksy teams she likes to play. They're very straightforward. There's a little bit of fun stuff in the pregame, but I think the team kind of gets pretty bland by turn 2, which is a shame because I think there is some cool stuff in theory with them.
I could finish my Scouts. I'm sure we could find somebody with Scouts. Tyler, any suggestions from you?
You know, I mean, like, I kind of feel like playing Hand of the Archon is a punishment right now. You know, like that's.
But she likes elves.
She does like elves, but playing Hand of the Archon right now just sucks, in my opinion. I had an awful time when I played him last time. You know, to play elves and to have them just get dumped on so bad. You know, they got a little bit of play, but like there's a lot of stuff that just wrecks them. You know.
So we got Plague Marines, we got Scouts, and we got Hand of the Archon. Let us know what you think would be a good option to make Max miserable in a fun way.
We could also do Kroot. I think it'd be cool.
I was thinking Kroot too. Yeah, Nick's got an amazingly painted Kroot. I'm sure he would lend for a weekend. Yeah. And gentlemen, I actually had an idea. What I'm thinking is since we're punishing Max for being wrong, I'm thinking we all join in and maybe we find one of Brandon Bean's tournaments. So Connor, you could pop over, you and Max could pop over there. For me and Tyler can head up, and then we can all play and see the misery of the Max. And who knows, we may even draw into her. I've never even played Max.
Yeah, I don't have I played Max? Yeah, no, we played our first game at Tacoma. The very first one against each other. So
you mean the Seattle Open time?
Yeah, you're right. The Seattle Open. So yeah.
So yeah, if you have any ideas of what Max should play, and like I said, I think we should all play in the same tournament with her, and then maybe we throw another punishment on top of that too. So
sounds good. Always down for more. So
yeah,
you know, I think that we need to do another Hot Ones style punishment. So you guys got something in that theme that was fun. We'd love to do that again. So
Yeah. Connor, you did not get to join us for the Adepticon reveals, and you and I had a streak of 1 year in a row where we'd been together for the Adepticon reveals, and you broke that streak, buddy.
I didn't realize 1 year in a row was a streak we were keeping track of. My bad.
I had not seen an Adepticon reveal by myself since 2024.
Chuck he keeps a journal of all like the important memories that he makes with people, and if you don't follow up, he gets really mad. He'll come up to you later. He'll be like, there's 2 years since we first did this. Why didn't you say happy anniversary? He gets really hurt. He's a very sensitive man, despite his cold and harsh banker exterior. So
yeah, send a lot of awkward messages. And people are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know you, and you're like, oh shit.
But Connor, I want to hear what you thought about the reveals. So I know you were following along as you were ignoring your friends doing something else.
Yeah, with other friends because I'm bad at using my calendars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it. But overall, there was a lot of core reveals. None of them particularly like, oh, I need that model level. New Heresy stuff was kind of neat, but it was kind of all like, oh, we've been expecting this because it's around. The Inquisitor, the guy riding like the shrimp horse, that is the one model I'm like, ooh, I love this thing. I want it because I mean, like, that's such a cool looking model, and B, I love the thematic of a big game hunter Inquisitor. It's just like perfect 40K in my brain.
Oh, it's so good. People saying that
Tyler's gone.
People saying what? Tyler?
People are saying what? Fuck, Tyler, come on.
What are the people saying?
He's just keeping them. He's just keeping them waiting, anticipating. Tyler's got his hands up in the air, playing with his microphone.
In the meantime, guard vehicles all look cool. The new what's her name? Commissar. Like, I love that they're like, yeah, Yorick's kind of like a good commissar, or as good as a commissar can be. He'll lead you from the front through like his own actions. But the new lady's like, yeah, she'll shoot you in the face type of thing, and her pimp mobile is awesome.
Anything? What do you think of the new Space Marine? So the singular.
I mean, cool.
Looks like a Space Marine.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I'm like, I know a lot of people are like, it's so bland, and other people are like, it's fine. I'm like, neat. I'm sure I'll pick it up at some point. Same thing with the new veteran. I think there could be a little bit more bling. But I'll see the whole squad and then decide if they're like, it's okay if it's bland, because the monopose Stern Garden, someone did a comparison of their monopose to the multi-part kit, and the multi-part one has a lot more detailing and stuff on it from what it looked like. So
yeah,
I guess that kind of makes sense, because the starter boxes are often like for a brand new player to get into it, so it makes sense that you want somewhat lower detail so that way they're not too overwhelmed painting wise.
Yeah, I think for what they are, they're also going to be like, I guess they're Vanguard vets. They're not really basic line troops. They're a little more than that. But people were comparing them to the Jump Pack Marines, and they're pretty damn close to that. But all right, and it wouldn't be Vox Cascadia if we didn't have technical difficulties. Tyler, are you there?
Yes, I am. I am here. And, as far as the Vanguard vets go, I'm going to hop right back in here. The Vanguard vets, I think that they've only shown one model. And while it does have a little bit less detail, we don't know what the rest of the squad looks like. It'd be like, I posted this in our Discord in the Big Hammer section. It'd be like if they just showed the one Stern Guard model with a regular bolter and a tabard and like the old helmet. And everyone based their opinions on like what was in the Leviathan box or what's on the multi-part box. I do expect them to probably have a little bit less detail in the starter box overall and like the push to fit or whatever like comes in the box, easy to build, whatever they call it. And then I think when we get the multi-part, it'll probably be a little bit more blinged out, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. They're gonna have options for it. I'm wondering, one thing, my Stern Guard have my Vanguard vets for my Blood Angels, the old ones have lightning guards and storm shields. Or lightning, did I say lightning guards? Lightning claws and storm shields. So they are, and we didn't see anything like that yet. Are we going to get, they're just drip feeding us stuff. As far as we didn't get an orc yet.
Well, we got one orc.
We got one.
Well, it's actually getting an orc
And we
this
got
week. Maybe
and we got
it'll be
two
tomorrow.
warhawks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and like I think that they're gonna show the least cool stuff at first, right? Like, you know, that could just be a regular Vanguard vet, not even a sergeant or anything.
Sure.
So
Yeah. So, Connor, anything else that stuck out from the review? What did talk about Kill Team?
Yeah, Kill Team. Neat. You know, I saw the camo cloaks or whatever on the guard. I'm like, Max is going to be talking about Tanith, and sure enough, I saw her reacting in the chat about Tanith, and I was like, yeah, she'll be happy. The new Tyranid model looks sick. More than anything, I'm kind of excited about the secondary thing they showed off. The
Nemesis book.
Yeah, because I think they'll just be neat. It'll be fun to maybe like try and bring in like some biker units, or you know, it shows a dreadnought. So I'm assuming some pretty elite stuff or heavy hitting stuff beyond just like you know, jet bikes and you know, a sentinel. But it'll be interesting to see how the rules adaptation, I guess, like what they include, whether it's going to be kind of like the narrative stuff they drop for 40K where you kind of build the rules yourself, or if there's going to be preset ones from there. And then the Amble coming back is sick. I already have one of those, but it's always cool to get cool kind of weird 40K models that don't really go with anything. And maybe you could make like a cool diorama with the Amble fighting the new Inquisitor or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's coming back too. One thing I think that this is like a stealth commanders release, kind of. You know, like you guys remember commanders, right? For Kill Team 2018. That was weird, but like this kind of feels like that a little bit based on some of the wording in it. So
yeah, I never played that mode, but it's, I think it'll be fun to have a little bigger dudes. So, you know, nothing wrong with big guys. But Connor, anything else that you saw? Anything else that you were maybe expecting and didn't get?
I was hoping for a little bit more heresy stuff, just because there have been kind of rumors for a while of like more, and I'm sure it will come in plastic, but there has been some expectations of stuff that's been around in the books, but hasn't yet got a plastic model. Otherwise, no. I mean, the Sigmar stuff's all cool. I always like the Cities of Sigmar helmets and stuff. I'm using those on my Voidsman proxies, so that'll be nice to get some.
You get Steel Legion. You know?
Yeah, we'll get those at some point. That'll be pretty fun.
Tyler, yeah, I don't know if you went back and actually watched our video.
I watched. I watched it.
Tyler was losing his shit because he spent the entire weekend crapping on people who were pissed that we didn't get Steel Legion.
It's just like the way that people were fucking complaining, you know? Like it was just like it's the same thing with the new Vanguard vet, the way some people are complaining about it. Like we haven't even seen the fucking shit yet, you know? And I do think going back and looking at the reveal, I don't think that it's like a everyone's going, oh, they saw their community get upset, so they quick rushed it. Because I think that new Lord Commissar is supposed to be kind of the start of the Steel Legion thing for Armageddon.
Especially her like elite troops in the car with her with the helmet seems very much like the equivalent of I don't know if Steel Legion have their own version of stormtroopers, but you know that seems like their version of a stormtrooper type unit.
Yeah, so like I just think that it's clearly leaning towards that, like to not give GW enough credit to troll people on stuff, you know, like they clearly like work really hard at their media, and we got to give them a tiny bit more credit than we do sometimes.
I think all the pictures that they had were from 2025 too, is what somebody said online, that they had time.
Yeah, there's a cadre on the bottom left.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the Underworld's warband actually looks really cool. They're kind of some of the first elves for Sigmar in a while that I've seen them. Like I actually kind of like because they're a little bit more not laid back, but drawn back, I guess. I don't know. I thought they were cool models, and the little fox thing was fun too.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, it was a solid reveal. There's nothing that was like, oh, I'm definitely buying that type of deal.
Yeah, I think I'm besides the Kill Team box, but I get all the Kill Team boxes.
Yeah,
I pre-ordered mine with Board Bard as we were as it was being announced, because I've learned that if I can get in for my FOMO, so Curtis will hook me up. So
let's go, Curtis.
Yeah. So speaking of Curtis hooking me up, you guys have heard that there's a new paint handle on the street. You guys have seen that, right? The actually, and I got all three generations of that.
Yeah, how you bought my old one off me that I love
these.
there.
I love these fucking paint handles. Yeah,
I mean, they look good. I'm
sure. So the OG, well, at least as far as I'm concerned, OG paint handle, the weird the one weird big boy here.
It is a thick one. I got one too.
She thick. So I have a couple of those, and then I've acquired quite a few of the new generation of those. So that's going to be these guys right here, with the real butt plug version there. So I've got quite a few of those. They have the little bit of weight in the base. It looks like the actuation here, so you can like put your model in. But now we have the new one, which is, if you can see here, it's basically kind of the same form factor, except there's no spring here to move the model, like to move back and forth to put the model in. You kind of just like pressure fit it and push down on the model, or push down on the sides here, and then snap the model in.
If you don't mind, be careful. Hold it upside down, because like every time I look at it, this looks like it's gonna fall out. But yeah, I guess. Oh wow, okay.
I mean, you can like this is a 32 millimeter, and if you're watching the video, like it's just in there. And it doesn't go anywhere. I was very surprised. Like,
yeah,
Curtis at Board actually gave me one of these to give my review, and I haven't painted with it yet, but just like using it, like I thought these things were gonna like pop out all the time. Now, this is brand new out of the box, but I mean, like,
as long as you're not
going anywhere,
I don't see why it'd be like getting worse quality over time.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a hollow. You can see it's got a hollowed out bottom here.
So is it like really light compared to the other two? Then
it's super duper light. I worry about it maybe like tipping over, but once you set it on a surface, it sits upright. It sits upright. It's half the price of the other ones. It's only like $650 at retail.
Oh wow!
So when you go to your LGS and get the like 15% off. So I was actually very like pleasantly surprised by it. When I popped it open in the shop and took it out, I was like, oh my god, this is a piece of shit. It's like one solid piece of plastic. I was like, this is so bad. Got it home, put a mini in it, and the mini won't go anywhere. Like, watch the video. I'm shaking the shit out of it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Shout out to Andre 3000.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't painted with it, but it feels about the same as the other one. And like, my kind of fears about it were kind of unfounded so far. So yeah. Well, but that's my cool. My little review of it. You can get two of them for the price of one of the other ones. So now if I want to like really stock up on these, do you guys use paint handles when you paint?
Yeah. I often just put like little silly tack on top of like the soap for washing brushes, or like on top of pill bottles.
Yeah. Tyler, Tyler's fucking mic's dead again.
God dang it, dude.
Tyler, if you don't want to do this, you could just say something, dude. Like, you could have had the night off. You don't want. I mean, like, I know you've been dodging Connor, but like, you don't have to go about it this way, bud.
I'm pretty smelly right now, so I get it. Oh well.
Have you thought of showering? Maybe.
Oh, that's gross. That's what liberals do.
All right, third time's the charm. We're back. Tyler, can you pay attention in class, please?
Yeah, I'll try. I'm sorry. I just keep zoning out, guys.
Anything, okay? Okay. Tyler, what do you use for paint handle?
I use the OG paint handle. So, like just the original Games Workshop handle. And I swap my guys as I go, because I usually like, I do batch paint, and then once I get to a certain point, then it's all details,
Yeah. I did use like a 1x1 inch. You can mute your mic before you cough. A 1x1 inch. No, you didn't. Piece of wood that I've chopped up into bits. So when I had done batch painting in the past, before I acquired all of the handles, I was able to use that with a little poster tack on them to paint up. You don't have to get the handles. I just like the handles. They're kind of nice. My only one beef with them is that I do knock them over pretty frequently, but that's like, as I paint more, my paint desk just gets more crowded. So
yep, absolutely. I've used like pill bottles and stuff like that with some sticky tack on it. Paint bottles, whatever I have handy, So
that's what Nick uses, the pill bottles. He'll put pill bottles with poster tack or sticky tack on them, and then he'll actually swap that. He can just take the lid off, and then swap miniatures and throw another miniature on there. Put some coin in there to weight it down a little bit. So that's a good one. Anybody out there that like raw dogs it and just holds the whole mini in your hand, like you used to do back in the day?
I've done that.
I've done that, yeah.
You know,
Not as often, but
I think my Goremongers were painted like that.
Yeah. Back in
So
the day, like we didn't have paint handles. Back in my day, we didn't have paint handles or fancy paints or wet palettes. No.
I don't. No,
Yeah.
I was gluing stuff onto or like putting stuff on like poster like pill bottles even back in the day.
Yeah.
The second time I got into Warhammer, at least in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, that's my review. It's a tentative review. I'll come back, and if it for some reason
Mhm.
fails me in any way, I'll let you know. But honestly, not bad for what it is. Like I'm not mad at it. No. Connor, you and I,
me,
we played some Kill Team recently. Not you
We
and not
did.
together. We played apart,
No.
but we played the new fantastic way to play Kill Team. I really liked it. I think you really liked it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, we're talking, of course, about the split boards, the stuff that came out in the newest box. It's fun. One of my biggest concerns about it when I first saw it was just like, oh, I'm not sure how easy it'll be to like swap between the Tomb World section and the Volcus section, and it's really easy. It was very easy to get models that you started on Tomb World and get them up into the Overworld, and it like didn't interfered too much with the board because in case you haven't seen it, the boards are definitely smaller. They're both like a little bit less than half of their normal size, it seems. And there's little like beyond all of them I think have the actual Volcus, or not Volcus, but the Into the Dark teleporter, which is kind of cool. But they also have 3 manholes, or access points, I don't know what to call it, that you can just kind of move through for like a 3-inch movement penalty. And that was really nice.
Yeah.
You're able to kind of teleport around pretty quickly. I did only 2 games of them so far, but it was really enjoyable. It was a good time.
Yeah, I played a game with Sam down at the coast. Sam, our top tier Patreon. We played on it, and it was really interesting because you can just all of a sudden my Murderwing champion is just on the other side of the board. It's another little piece that you have to take into account because like we've played the doubles boards where you can shoot across the boards and you don't have the board edges as walls guiding you. But this is kind of the same thing. It's a new little twist on it where you can just literally, like, Sam jumped through a hole and thought he was away from me, and my guy just followed him right through, and all of a sudden he's in the room with a couple of Celestians. So
yeah, I got to play it the tournament at Mindtaker a while back, and I thought it was a blast. I'm a big fan of it. So
yeah, my hope now is any doubles event, just you adds those 3 manholes into 2 normal sized boards, and that way you can like really get chaotic. Where instead of kind of like a 1v1 that you can shoot across at, it's a proper 2v2. You just start maybe on different boards and can interact that way.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Absolutely.
I actually really like that. Yeah, because I do feel like when you play the 2 boards smushed together, you don't really get a ton of interaction. But especially if you just kind of set up your own boards and then just added those holes where you wanted them to, and you could really make some interesting stuff happen. I saw one of the boards, I think board 5 on the Descent is what it's called, the Descent maps.
That's what
they actually have the teleporter starts on the Into the Dark side, or the Tomb World side, and then you put it on top of the Vantage on the upstairs side, so you can teleport and pop out on a Vantage on the other side of the board.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, I'm pulling out my booklet now for it. But yeah, it's really fun. I also completely forgot because we were both kind of new playing it. My first game was against Grant, and then I played against Barry with his gorgeous Celestines. But we both entirely forgot that you can shoot through the manhole. So that'll be a whole other aspect to remember next time we play.
You can shoot through the manhole?
Apparently.
How you can draw? I didn't know you could draw visibility through it.
I think you still need to shoot them only if they're within 3 of the manhole. So, take that into salt while I check really quick. But yeah, it's a good time. If you have the opportunity and you haven't given it a shot yet, I highly recommend, because it was super fun. It's a nice twist that doesn't feel like kind of, oh, this is a neat aspect, but I don't want to play it again. It was like, I played it and I want to kind of display this for the next like month and a half.
Yeah, it was a really good time. And anything that gets Connor excited about Kill Team, must be good. So because Connor's
exactly
the Kill Team bummer these days, playing everything but Kill Team.
Okay, God forbid a man want to try a couple of new things in his life. Variety's the spice of life or whatever. But
you sound like you're a swinger.
Oh god, yeah, I do, huh?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is that what fish bowls are? Like I always see those in like old movies, and I never quite understood. Is that what like an old swing thing was?
It's a key
No,
party.
Yeah.
that's when you're drinking and you got to put your keys in the fishbowl because you're not allowed to drive afterwards.
Is
Oh,
that
I
what
Safety.
thought.
that is, Tyler?
I think
No.
it might be both. I thought it was like you do that and then you swap partners because that's it was sort of implied in like one of the Venture Bros episodes, and I was like, oh, is that what that meant?
Yeah, I mean, like
You know what?
draw keys to go home with someone else.
Yeah, believe it or not, I was not a swinger in the '60s, so I'm a little out of my depth here.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, or I mean, maybe a previous life if you believe in that, but I'm not aware of being one.
It's just another way that like technology is ruining stuff because now you can like unlock your car or start your car with your phone.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put my phone in a bowl. I'm just gonna go home by myself. Apparently,
Man, did
No.
you guys see on the new fucking Hondas? Okay, if you want to access the garage door opener, you have to pay a subscription fee for the garage door opener button.
Bro, what the fuck?
BMW's been doing that for a while, where they've had like a bunch of like shit that you had to
A
unlock.
button, like that's crazy. That's insane for a garage door opener. So you can get like the garage door opener that just clips on your fucking visor for however much, that probably comes with your garage in most cases. Or you can buy a third party one for like $10. Like it's crazy. They want a subscription for that. For
And I've
you
got
to
the
push a button in your own fucking car.
Yeah, I've got that in my car and it's built into the mirrors. I can program like 3 different ones. It's very nice. But the fact that they're gonna make you pay for that shit that's in the car just to turn it on,
Yep. No, monthly too.
I don't know if capitalism is really where it's at.
I don't know, guys. Yeah, I think it maybe failed.
Yeah.
Not everything has to be a fucking subscription, people. By the way, like and subscribe.
Yeah, to the Patreon.
Patreon.com/VoxCascadia podcast.
Also, I checked. Here we go. Here you go. Audience, you can read it too. Now we're like one of those proper YouTubers. But yeah, if you're at like manhole entrance number 1, as long as it's within your control range, you can shoot at someone that's also at manhole entrance 1. Doesn't matter if you're like using a pistol or anything. It's just supposed to be like you're shooting down through the hole, which is really fun because now I want to figure out a way to physically, kind of like how Jeremy did his awesome Into the Dark board, where it's actually like 3D sculpt or not sculpted, but like, with the board. I want to do that with this. So it's like actually a tomb world underneath a destroyed Imperial city. I don't know how I'll do that, but that's what dreams are for.
You just got to get like step stools and like some really tall posts. So it's like double decker,
Yeah, or some like
gotta go up
strong
on the
corner pillars that aren't too thick so you can see around it very easily.
Yeah.
So somebody had done a map that was Tomb World. I think it was Volcus and then Tomb World and then Into the Dark. They had like a triple layer going on. They posted on Reddit a while back. I sent it to Max because that's right up her alley.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be cool to represent it a little more realistically for what it is, but it's still just a fun game mode. And I like that in that box they actually came with the boards that are the right size. You can use any board, you just kind of have to cordon off an area of it, because you like Connor said, you don't use the whole board.
Yeah. Oh, another thing too that was kind of neat. Like you mentioned the teleporter being on vantage point. Also, these maps for Volcus have a couple of the light covers on the vantage points, both the full strongholds and the other ones, which is it's cool. It's not something that we've really had before in this edition of Kill Team of putting, or even the previous one. I don't think you could put barricades and stuff on top of it. So that's kind of a fun.
Last edition, you could put your equipment barriade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you couldn't put.
That's right. Yeah, you couldn't put the 2 default, but yeah, you could put the third option.
I think if you chose an extra one, piece of equipment, you could. I believe
They could go anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, ads or descent zones, split boards. Give them a shot. They're a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they can carry on. Like we were talking a little bit earlier about the new Kill Team box is very, it's very narrative oriented. It looks like you get a kill team and then you get a monster. And then a bunch of Tyranids because nobody has Tyranids. I feel like Tyranids are starting to become like Space Marines. Like I know I have 7 million Tyranids now.
It's how like everyone kind of had Necrons for a while, and because they were like the other half of the box. Speaking of which, the new Cadian team's like definitely going to be an actual kill team, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if they said that for sure on the stream because the stream unfortunately was a little messed up. But I saw some Reddit stuff like people talking the other day. It was like it's not actually a real kill team, and I was like, I don't think that's true, but I didn't want to go try and find it in the stream to see if they mentioned it or not.
Yeah, no, it definitely seems like it's a real kill team with real rules.
Yeah, it just
for
might not be
effective
the
dodge.
Ravener or the Red Terror, but I don't
Yeah,
think anyone was expecting that to be a real team.
exactly. I mean, we don't have rules for one model operative teams,
Yeah,
so
not yet.
not
Approved
yet.
ops
Uh-huh.
2026.
26. Yeah.
We'll open up the Nemesis book and it'll be like updated kill ops.
Yeah.
So
This is how we fix kill op.
uh-huh. One model.
I do
I
have
mean,
to give
that
you.
could work if you like if it can't really regen wounds or like at ever lowest point, you get like a kind of checkpoint type thing. Like you've done
Mhm.
12 damage to it, you're at kill op 2. But I don't
Just
know.
get rid of kill op and call it good.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, like we do want to keep the kill and kill team, but we got to figure out how to balance it a little bit better than it is right now, in my
I think
opinion.
squad ops has got it figured out pretty
They,
good.
they do have a pretty good version of it. So
I don't feel like I don't feel like before we had the kill op that we weren't killing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because I've said it before, but I feel like the new kill op sometimes makes people overkill and sometimes makes people run away. Because if you're doing the math and you're like, hey, like if I put myself out there, I could potentially give them a point versus hiding my guy away and not having to worry about giving you a point.
exactly.
I also, as I was realized, someone's like, "Oh, you're really gonna go out there?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just a bold tactician. I've never been one for not charging the opponent at at great risk to the team. The models are supposed to die, and that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
And that, if we're kind of done with Descent, that brings me, Tyler. You've read Void Scarred, right?
Yes.
Chuck, have you
Absolutely.
yet?
I started Void Scarred and I turned it off.
I didn't like it.
Nah, it wasn't really like. I think I was kind of burnt out on Warhammer books, and
That's fair.
I think I had Operation Bounce House ready to go. So, actually, no, I was working on Project Hail Mary is what I had queued up, and I needed to get it done before the movie. So I put Void Scarred down. It was kind of it felt like one of those, to me at least. It felt like one of those Warhammer books that is Leonardo DiCaprio sitting on the couch, like pointing at stuff where it's like, ooh, where it's just,
Yeah. It's like,
they're
hey, here's
using-
another model you've heard of.
Yeah.
I do like,
especially with the Void Scarred kill team being
yes, the first chapter, it was very funny. It's like, here's a guy running around with dual pistols, and here's someone using their war pack, and here's someone with a sniper. I was like, all right, I get that they probably have to, but let's calm down for a second. But as someone with practically no knowledge of elves beyond like they kind of burst Slanesh and they had like an empire, thousands of years ago, it was kind of interesting to me to see that they kind of like, Corsairs aren't craft worlds, so they're a little bit kind of more dickish. But they're just like, yeah, if an elf dies, it dies. And I was like, I thought that was like a huge deal. Like you never wanted any casualties at all, but like multiple spaceships and like pirates or frigates, I guess, get like blown up within the first like 3 chapters. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize like elves just die that commonly, and it's kind of like a no big deal, or not no big deal, but like not a huge detriment to them. So that's been kind of fun.
I mean, like, it's really like the craft worlders who are like, they're like the ultra conservative, Christians. Like, they're trying to save everyone's soul. Like, and every time someone dies and they don't go to their craft world heaven, they get really upset about it. Craft worlds are like, as you'll experience in the book, they're kind of a stick in the muds.
Yeah, it seems like I'm only like 5 or chapters into it. I just passed the sample, but yeah, it's interesting to see, and it'll be kind of fun to learn a little bit more about elves beyond just like here's what I know from Reddit memes and like the actual 2 Arbiter Ian videos, but Reddit memes aren't really a good source of actual lore knowledge.
But yeah, I thought it was a good book. It was I think it leads to like some potential for the elves to have some movement in the setting. Which is something that's been really hard with how they've been written in the past. Like, they've always been a dying race, and like, I don't know. It feels like there's maybe like a little bit of hope in like the way they're doing Corsairs to build up Eldar. So, yeah. Speaking of books, I actually just finished the Chemdog book, and it was talking, Kill Team. We're a lot of speculation about this because everyone was like, "Are we going to get a Penal Legion, a Chemdog Kill Team?" Because it specifically mentions Kill Team in it, and I want to say this is actually not a very Kill Team book. There's not a like it's not even like the kill team that he's leading isn't like really structured as a kill team. You don't really get a whole lot of drops on specific units. Like nothing's like called anything weird. I like the plot. I thought it was good, entertaining, but like it's definitely one of the lesser kill team books as far as books that mention kill teams go.
You said Casterkin was a very kill team
Yeah.
book, though, right?
Yes, Casterkin is very kill team, and it's quite good. So I like Casterkin a lot. I've read or listened to like 3 Imperial Guard novels right back to back, like 3 pretty different ones. So it was Casterkin, and then it was Witchbringer, which was solid. It has to do with the sanctioned Primaris Psyker.
Oh,
and
okay,
then,
yeah.
And then Chem Dogs, and so it was interesting to see like the 3 different kind of perspectives back to back on it. 3 very different regiments.
Now you can do 4 and do Aeronautic Imperialis with Double Eagle.
Double Eagle's on my list. I do have I have Harrow Master is the one I'm currently on, because that was next in my list. So the Solemn Nakura, Mike Brooks,
Alpha Legion one.
Yeah, because the new one's about to come out.
That one.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. But Mike Brooks is fantastic in general. So
nice. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of a Mike Brooks book that I've actually like really enjoyed.
Okay,
I don't know.
You don't really dive with the style.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Orcus guy, but like Brutal and Cunning didn't really do much for me.
I hated it. Not even just because like Mechanicus stuff. It just felt like they stumbled into shit that shouldn't work from my, it's 40K, so everything works. But I was just like, oh, they can somehow break the glass of a Titan. What? That glass isn't reinforced. There was a lot of stuff in it that made me be like, this is silly.
Yeah.
That was a moment. Yeah. With the rocket shock, whatever buggy that went right through it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody loves Mike Brooks. He's Voidscarred too, and I didn't really care for Voidscarred that much.
So far, Voidscarred's been fun. I think maybe it's just the way he writes orcs. This orc, mind you, I've only had 1 chapter with him. I like him a lot more than the ones from Brutal Cunning.
He's quite funny, the orc. Yeah. I laughed out loud a few times during Voidscarred when the orc was there. So
nice. Okay, yeah, it's cool to have Buccaneers too. That'd be we only have 1 orc kill team, so I wouldn't mind a pirate themed kill team for orcs. I think that would actually be a very appropriate place to get some new orcs and kill team.
I agree.
Commandos are declassified.
Declassified.
Never remember which one it is. So we only have Rekkas right now, which are taking the world by storm apparently. So that was so last year.
Yeah. Not everyone can be as cool and hip as you, Chuck.
Well, you Chuck the hipster.
Right? Yeah. Hipster. I played Rekkas before they were cool, before they could get 3 APL on the charge.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Connor, I do have to give you a little credit. Nick and I were talking earlier about how you are playing, you're playing Underworlds, you're playing Blood Bowl, you're playing Heresy, you're dabbling in Kill Team every once in a while. We were talking about a game. I can't even remember what the game was that was coming out where we're like, oh, Connor's going to get that. And Nick and I were both like, yeah, we should get it. Cause we buy all the games, but we don't play them. But I'm actually very impressed by the fact that you like play a lot of different games.
Yeah.
I played 1 game of Blood Bowl and I haven't played anything since Kill Team since before I was even really playing Kill Team. So
see, the solution is, Chuck, just ignore all other responsibilities.
As much as I'd like to, somebody's got to edit this podcast, and Tyler and I got a convention to run. So
that's a fair point.
Also, I have to leave the house to play most of those games, and I really like my house. So
that's true. It is a nice house. Indy's there. He's great.
So nice to be in your house, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I love being in Chuck's walls. It's the best.
Yeah, it's my favorite place to be. Chuck's house.
Yeah. Is it the StarCraft game? Was that the one you were thinking of?
It might have been StarCraft.
I'm not getting that one, mostly because I played maybe 1 game of StarCraft when I was 10. I was like, this is cool, but I'm too dumb to understand, and so I have no real attachment to it. But I'm excited to see it hopefully be a big success, because I know a lot of people are really excited for it.
Are they excited because it's a good game, or are they excited because it's StarCraft and they get to play with to use miniatures to play the stuff that they played in on the
Probably
PC?
the former, right? Or what? I don't fucking
The
know that
later.
expression.
The
The
later.
one where they're excited
Latter.
to use StarCraft miniatures, that one. But one of the guys I've watched on YouTube for a while now, that's a former JW designer, is like he was contracted to be a rules writer for that game. So I'm hoping it's good because I like his videos and
He's
I want the
the
game
guy,
to be.
the guy that did Warcry, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
SQVD. I did.
Mhm.
I have a subscription. I'll find his channel in a second. But yeah, he I guess wrote some of the rules for it and came in as a contractor. And he did Spearhead and Warcry. And those are both really solid games from what I
Yeah.
understand. So here's hoping he does it again.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty solid. The miniatures look cool. They do. The Zerg do look like knockoff Tyranids, though. Let's be
I mean,
real.
that's what they've always been.
They've
Yeah.
always been, and the Protoss are like,
So-
if you took Eldar and made them Greys instead,
Sorry, here we go. SPGD, Sam Pearson Game Design. That's what it is. But yeah, he's a cool channel. Highly recommend it if you haven't heard of it.
Have you? I know there's some videos, and I'm assuming you guys haven't watched. Like Play on Tabletop did a video where they actually play a game of it.
Oh, of StarCraft? I didn't even realize that there was like demos out yet. No, so I haven't seen any of that yet.
Yeah. I used to watch Play on Tabletop all the time when they were playing, when I was kind of dabbling in 40K, and then I don't know. I don't watch battle reports anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I check them out every once in a while. I think they're one of the cooler channels, and it's always cool to see some fun editing that kind of just removes. I like their cinematic style they do of the battle reports. They do a good job.
Yeah. It was when we were at LVO. Gosh, what's the name? Mubin.
Steve.
Mubin from Play on Tabletop actually hung out with us and had a drink.
Oh, that's
This
awesome.
last year we were ran onto the Play on Tabletop guys, and he was there, and we hung out, and he was a super cool guy. Like,
Yeah.
really, because we were like, hey, you should play Kill Team. He's like, we got to play the shit that makes us money. So
Yeah.
which I get, 40K,
fair
40K
enough.
is-
Yeah.
So
They make
yeah,
bank.
I met Space Marine Steve, I think,
Yeah,
at one
I've seen them
event.
at Tacoma a few times. I don't know if they're really
Yeah.
coming down last year
That
or this year.
Town Nick was a super cool dude.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then Tycho was there at LVO with Moving as well too. So yeah, so cool guys. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go check out the StarCraft one. Do you guys know, is it a skirmish game, or is it like
It's a
40K size
full
game?
army one, from what I understand.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like more full army, but like I think it's closer to Spearhead and play style. Like,
Okay.
From what I understand, it's alternating activations somewhat.
I'm liking that.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to watch a battle report to know rather than just be like, here's what a Reddit comment says. But I'm sure I'll give it a shot at some point, but it's not anything that's on my list of like, ooh, I definitely want to play this type of thing.
Yeah. Speaking of Reddit, besides me getting downvoted when I put our show on there,
Yeah.
actually, I did suggest it to somebody who was asking about what to do when they were burnt out, and different dealer 82. Actually, I'd suggest they listen to the podcast. We talked about the burnout, and they did listen to it, and they said they're a fan. So, different dealer 828. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it.
we do appreciate it. Despite all the shit we talk about Reddit, we do appreciate anyone who goes on Reddit and actually listens to our stuff.
Chuck?
We don't have a Reddit account.
No, your Reddit account.
No Spoon 29er.
29er. There we go. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
And
yeah. So thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
I downvote us every time I see us on Reddit. So
You dick.
like
That's my
I'm joking. I'm joking. I just stalk you when I downvote you, Chuck. Every time you post a comment somewhere, I see you.
probably. So I'm just posting my local community one and get downvoted because people are like, oh, this I got in a fight someday with arguing with somebody on Reddit, and like the Vancouver Reddit about Vancouver, Washington Reddit about the distance from how far something was off of a main dragon here, and they're like, it's just off Millplane. I'm like, it's a mile away, dude. Like there, and somebody, anyways.
I mean,
Chuck's
like,
starting Reddit
if
beef.
you haven't gotten into beef on Reddit, on your local subreddit, are you even involved in
Dude,
Reddit?
no. All right. I guess I can save this for the after show, but there's a fucking guy on the Kill Team Reddit I fucking hate so much
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah,
because he's
this
just
is the after.
always a negative dickhead. And every time I see him, I like call him out like probably every other time. And it's nice because he gets downvoted to oblivion and I get like 30 upvotes. And I just fucking hate that guy. And I think I've seen him in the Command Point Discord too. And I want to call him out there too. But I'm like, I don't want to start beef that much. But like, fuck that guy.
You know, it's starting a bit of internet beef is always fun.
Yeah. Especially when the dude's just a total douchebag. Someone will be like, oh, I'm thinking between these two kill teams. And he's like, why don't you figure out yourself? Why are you coming on Reddit to ask people and bothering friends? It's like, that's the fucking point of Reddit. This is supposed to bullshit like this.
Absolutely.
That's one of my beefs with Reddit is that, like, you know what? People go in there and they ask the same question that people have asked before, and they maybe don't search for it, or they maybe don't check the pinned post or whatever the fuck it is. But like, one, answer him and move the fuck along, or two, move the fuck along.
Just downvote it and don't comment, be an asshole. Yeah,
don't even downvote it. Just let him, like, it's not hurting you. It's like
Reddit doesn't even have a good search feature. So like if Reddit had a functional search feature on it, that would be excusable, right? Like back in the days of forums, I remember telling people, you know, hey, this is like closing threads. Hey, this has been asked a million times. We have an FAQ. We have, you know, a commonly asked questions. This is in that pinned thread over there. But that's not Reddit. And so people are going to ask the same thing over and over and over again, you know? So.
Also, Chuck, I'm glad you also saw that guy's Red Corsairs team. They were pretty cool, probably a little bit OP, but he did a really good job with the formatting.
Yeah, I guess there's a program that you can use to basically, you can take the PDF and like tear it apart, and then in a certain program, and then insert your own stuff, which I might actually do with my Murder Wing to make cards for.
I've heard good things of them. Yeah, I think that's how I saw that guy the other day that did those really cool like Dark Mechanicum Plague Marine kit bashes, and he had like his own models and the weapons renamed but put onto the data cards, and it was super cool.
Yeah. So all the PDFs are unlocked from GW, so you can pull files and images and graphics from them very easy.
I'm gonna add that to the list of things that I say I want to do and will never do, probably. So
relatable.
It's quite a growing list. But Connor, I want to find out who it is on Reddit that you have beef with. But to do that, we have to get to the after show, and the after show is for our Patreons. So patreon.com/VoxCascadia podcast, and let's talk about our fantastic Patreons. So Sam is our top tier patron. I even bought him beers when we played, and I kicked his ass. Max, Zarin in the Zarin tier. Zarin, come back to Kill Team. We miss you. Cody's back into Kill Team. Cody's kit bashing a Rekka team. Out of course, it's gonna be a like
Genestealer Cult with some aberrants.
Yeah.
Cody likes Genestealer Colts. What?
Yeah.
I know, shit. Weird.
I love it. I was actually just thinking about Cody. I was gonna reach out and text and be like, "Yo, how you been, bro?" And then he posted that, and I was like, "Okay, he's still good." So, I love you, Cody, and I need to check in with you. So,
Zach, thanks always for your pictures. Got me a nice picture of my best overall trophy. Greg, Rob McLeod, come on the show. We were gonna have Rob on, but he got busy. He's coming on soon. Ryan Hagedorn, I'll see you this weekend. James Nevitt, Happy Stick, OG Yog, the person who turned us on to a Morning Glory Milking Farm. Tanner, Troy, the love of my life, Jenna, Sean, Nick, Holly, Scott, Keaton. I got bad news, buddy. Keaton, Watermelonite, Vox Green, Mark Mayer, William Klaus, Tristan, Riley, and Trench Fever. So, and Connor's in there in the free tier. So join us. We have content every week. We have on there our after show every week is usually another 15 minutes of us just talking bullshit. We also have a review of Project Hail Mary right now that Connor and I sat down and did. So lots of extra content, and we appreciate the support to help keep the show going. Make sure you go to pircoregon.org and donate. Send us your receipts. You can put them in the Discord. You can send them to support@cascadiatabletop.com so we can make Tyler paint something ridiculous shit. Tyler, you want to do the rest?
Yeah, if we get up to $600 also, Chuck has to do the punishment too.
You said $700.
Did I say 7? Let me go back
yes,
and review my note.
You're gonna fucking edit it right now.
You're right. No, it is 7. So
yes,
$700, and Chuck
I will
and I
oil
both
paint a squig.
No, it's got to be the same model I'm painting.
I'm not doing the same model as you. No,
same model.
I will do like a marine.
If it's that much money, you got to do it. I'll buy the model for you.
700? Okay? No, I'm not.
$700.
I'll do like a marine. So,
No.
or maybe I'll
Uh,
do.
wow.
We'll talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, you can check us out on Instagram. Connor at Spanaway, Chuck at Painting Cave Minis, me at Lowbrow Minis. Also Vox Cascadia on there. We have at Vox Cascadia on YouTube, and then patreon.com Vox Cascadia podcast. We love you.
All right.
Good night.
Sorry, I stepped on it. Do it again.
Love you. Good night.
Can we get like a real sultry one?
I love you. Good night.
Oh my God, it came a little.